Yow!
Backwoods badass. That is what they call me. O-U-T-L-A-W. That is what they call me. King of the woods, hit from the stairs. That is what they call me. Outlaw, outlaw. That is what they call me. O-U-T. That is what they call me. L-A-W. That is what they call me. O-U-T. That is what they call me. Outlaw. That is what they call me. Hey man, you think they think we're badasses yet?
Welcome to Outlaw Outdoors. I am your host, Outlaw. You can call me Outlaw. Nice to meet you. My name's Outlaw. Today, we are wrangling some turtles up. Gonna learn you something about how to catch a turtle on a jug if you ain't never done it before. So without further ado, I'm gonna quit jibber jabbering over here and we're gonna send you out to the pond with me from like a couple days ago. Over to you in the past. What's cracking, y'all? We are down here by the pond. We're on the tailgate of the bed. It's sprinkling a little bit out. We don't want to get the camera equipment wet. So cameraman is inside the bed of the truck peeking out the back window on top of the toolbox getting my pretty self. I apologize for my ugliness. So I'm gonna pop me a dip in real quick and we're gonna talk turtle rig setup. I'm gonna show y'all what I use for my turtle rig setup and everything that goes along with it. Cheers. All right, so we are going to jump right into the bag of Walmart goodness. Had to put everything in a bag because get it down here easily. So yeah, when you're throwing a turtle rig out onto your farm pond or wherever the titch you're trying to catch turtles at, it's a good idea to have a floater. Okay, so some type of floater. I like to use a freaking gallon jug, a half gallon. You can use a Gatorade bottle, whatever that'll freaking float. And you can tie it around the top or the handle so that you got it floating so that you can come back and get it. It hangs the bait down and everything like that. Okay, so we got 2 half-gallon jugs of milk. Give that dude some milk. For a line today, I'm using some Trilene Big Game 50-pound test. You hear them guns going off? A lot of people ask like what they like, what I like to use for turtle and stuff. I always use 50-pound. I try to get real heavy, freaking nice line. But you are dealing with snapping turtles. I've had this stuff. I've had even 50-pound tests break on me. So you got to be very careful. But 50-pound test is what I use. And then I like to get some type of nylon line or whatever for a set line that you could tie to shore or something like that to bring it back in. Now, like I said, this is my way of doing turtle traps here at the farm. So, so I'm just giving y'all kind of a rundown on what I do. A lot of people, won't even do a set line. They'll just throw them out there, let them free float, and then cast their pole out and bring it back in. So, whatever the titch you want to do. I'm just showing y'all what I like. And then I got some hooks here. Now, for hooks, when you're, when you're catching turtles and stuff like that, you never know if they're going to get off. Shut up! You never know if they're gonna get off or anything like that, so I like to use rust away hooks, okay? Because you don't want to freaking catch a turtle and then it get off on you and it's stuck in its throat and then they die, whenever they get back in, and you're not gonna be able to catch it again, or it's just a waste. It's a waste of a turtle, it's a waste of an animal's life, and it's a waste of meat. So I always like to use rust away hooks so that if they do get it stuck in them, they can rust away and still have some life. Now I'm gonna set 2 traps here, so I'm taking 2 freaking hooks out. And I apologize if it's windy. Weather is not cooperating right now. For bait today, I usually go out and catch bluegill, cut up the bluegill and use that as bait. This pond that I'm fishing used to be full with bluegill, so I used to just catch a bluegill on a bobber and a worm, cut it up, put it on the hook, and send it out. Can't do that much anymore because the bluegill are very much gone now. That's why I'm trying to remove turtles away from this pond. There's so many in here now that they're killing all the bluegill, eating them all, and we're gonna relocate some and then also use some for meat. So today, since I'm not able to go out and get bluegill, we're gonna be using chicken gizzards and hearts. Found this here just at Walmart, went and picked it up. I like to use chicken gizzards because from what I've had, usually using chicken liver. Bluegill like chicken liver, and sometimes, depending on if there's bluegill in here still or not, they never seem to eat the gizzards, but they like the liver, so sometimes they'll nibble that crap off your hook without getting caught on there as well. So I'm using chicken gizzards today, that's what we're using. All right, so we're gonna grab our jug here, and I'm gonna grab some line. Now, for depth purposes, you kind of want to go on what your pond's like and stuff like that. Here, I do about 5 feet or so. Okay, so once you got your line here, you can either tie it to the top, you can tie it to where the lid is and then screw the lid over it, but I usually just like to tie it here to the handle. Okay, so you got your line on there. Now you want to get your set line, depending on where you want to throw it out yet. I like to get quite a bit of set line just so it can free float pretty much all over the pond if it needs to, unless there's brush in the way or whatever. But I like to get quite a bit of set line out, and so I can tie it to a rock or a tree or whatever and have it go wherever I need it to. Man, look at them clouds, son! Might not be the best day to catch frickin' turtles, but we're gonna try to set some lines out here. Okay, now that you got your set line and your fishing line on there, grab one of your hooks, go ahead and throw that sumbitch on. Make sure you tie this sumbitch good. These turtles can get big, they can get mean, and they're freaking nasty. Good old freaking outlaw trick. You got a dip in your lip, lick this sumbitch, get it off nice and wet, give it that extra cinch power. Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna crack open our bait here. We got these chicken gizzards. A little heart in there, a couple of hearts. Throw a heart and a couple gizzards on there. Should be nice and freaking juicy for them. Throw a freaking heart right on top. Whew, those gizzards stink. So here we go. We got our bait on there with our hook. We got our jug, and then our set line to follow. All right, here we go. Time to go set a turtle trap. Let's get on down to the pond. Oh, it's stuck in my knife. Hook went in my finger. Cut that part out. All right, y'all, so I grabbed me a nice big rock here, tie the set line to. I'm gonna throw that right up here. And I'm gonna go ahead and tie the set line here to this rock so that turtle won't trail it away. All right, I think we're ready. Hey, would you quit that, Banjo? Would you quit that? You usually like to scout your pond out a little bit. You always see the turtles sticking their heads up, and this is usually around the area where they like to be. So I'm gonna throw my line out here, see if we can catch something. Here we go. Give that some time. Might come back when it's a little bit darker out, maybe a little bit better weather. You give it a couple hours and we'll come and check them. Now everybody always, here's a little tip, everybody always, you know, they see a little bit of movement on the line and stuff and they see their jug doing this and crap. Give it time. Always have patience, you know, because you could be pulling it in when they're still trying to eat it, you know, and they're not all going to eat it at once. So give it some time, be patient, come back in an hour or two or more. I like to give it like 3 or 4 hours most of the time, and hopefully you'll have something on the freaking line. Right now, to pass the time, we're going to go down to the other part of the farm and set up some trail cams for this upcoming deer season. I know it's way early, but we filled up the corn feeders and stuff like that, and we've already seen a bunch of freaking bucks and does and deer out here, so hopefully we'll get some on camera and see what we're working with this upcoming year. Let's get her done. Now, I love catching turtles so much that I would much rather go into the pond and catch them by hand, which I've done before in certain places like Florida and things like that, with alligator snapping turtles. These are common snapping turtles here that we're catching in good old frickin' Antarctica. Don't want you guys to don't want you guys to know where I live. All right, I live in Kentucky, but I like to call it Antarctica because I don't want people to get into my house and that kind of stuff. But anyway, like I said, I'd much rather catch them by hand, but I can't here in my pond. The freaking middle of the pond is like 20 feet deep, and it just drops off right in. It's a pretty deep pond, so you can't really catch the turtles where they're hanging out in the middle. I could, you know, go out there and try, but I'd probably just drown. Now, a couple of reasons for catching these turtles out of my pond. First and foremost, they're killing the fish that we got in there. We got a lot of bluegill in there. We did have catfish in there. We did have a few bass in there, but all that is gone now. These turtles are overrun. I mean, we've got so many turtles in this pond. So we're taking some out for meat, and we're also taking some out to relocate to other ponds around this area. Another reason is we got cattle. All of our cattle here in the farm goes into that pond to cool off in the summertime. I don't really like the cattle in the pond either, because the freaking cow shit that they leave behind kills everything as well. All right, I say we go check back in with myself and see if we got anything on that freaking line. All right, y'all. It's sun's about to go down. It's pretty dark here. We had to turn the ISO all the way up on the camera. We got the headlamp just in case. We're supposed to like 100% chance of rain here in about an hour, so we figured we'd come and check our traps before it gets too dark, and or before it starts to rain. Really, I don't really care if it's dark. Kind of like it when it's dark. And you're pulling it up, and you get the mysterious reptile coming from the creek. Well, I just said creek because it had a sea like coming, but the pond. Here are the frogs. I think we're gonna check this first rig first. When I was coming back up, I seen the head was kind of down and it was stopped, and I seen some bubbles underneath. So never know with these turtles, they're pretty smart. Usually when I come down here and set lines out, I did set another line too as well, we just didn't do it on camera, but usually when I come out here and set lines out, I like to be quiet because they get smart on you. I'll catch them real good in the beginning of summer, then by the end of the summer they start getting smart, and they're like, oh, we know Outlaw's coming because we can hear them. Well, maybe that's just me, but that's the way I feel, that's the way I've seen it. But this, guys, this is, oh, I freaking love catching turtles so much. Reptiles, turtles and alligators, snakes, whatever the tits, man. I love this crap, so let's go down here to the pond and see if we got one on the line. We missed it, but right when we were coming down, the jug goes back out and we see bubbles, so I'm pretty sure we got something on this thing. Let's hope. Oh shit, my set line's all the way over here. I forgot I set it out all the way over here. Here we go. Alright. Oh, we got some tension. Oh yeah, baby, we got something. We got a turtle, baby. Oh, it's not too bad. Not too bad. He's fighting. He don't want to come up. You got to be very careful. You want to grab him as soon as possible. I'm going to bring him up. I think I'm going to bring him up over here, because if you pull on them too hard, they will grab this line. You see him striking right there? He ain't happy whatsoever. Keep it. See his face right there?
Yeah.
You got that?
Uh-huh. I'm gonna come in close.
Oh, look at that. Look at that dude. Just a beauty. Look at his head. He wants to get me. Look at that. Look at that neck. Look at him. You hear him hissing? Hear him hissing? Oh yeah. Hear him hissing. He got snap. See him trying to snap backwards there?
Mm-hmm.
That's freaking beaut right there, man. You do not want to get snapped by one of these. Watch me bite this jug. Woo, boy! Just smacked it. Look, it punctured the damn thing easily. Right there, man. That's why you don't want to get struck by one of these sons of bitches. Some people see these snapping turtles and think, they're just regular snap. They're just regular turtle. I'm gonna go up and pet it. Then whack! Freaking finger gets taken off. Some bitches ain't nothing to muck with, man. Alright, so we got our freaking turtle. Now, you've got to make the big decision on whether you're gonna clean it right away or if you're gonna let it sit in water for a few days. Alright, there's the finished product. Get all the meat off. Look at that. Oh, yummy. I have to get this son of a bitch taxidermized. Oh boy, my hands, they're weak now. Cleaning a gosh dang turtle ain't easy, son. Whew, it's time for a shower. Now I decided to clean it right away just because I had time and I just wanted to go ahead and do it, and I wanted to get this video up. I didn't want to have them sitting for a few days. But the reason that you put them in water for a few days, which I usually do before, I usually put them in a big horse trough, like, you know, fill the thing up with water and put, you know, 3 or 4 of them in there, or just put them in, you know, a big Tupperware thing, each of them for like a few days. Because if you have them in water and you change their water daily, and you keep them in there for, you know, 4 or 5 days, you let them sit in water and change their water daily, like I said, it starts to clean out their system. You know, if you're giving them clean water, just clear water, rather than what they've been living in for so long, you know, it starts to clean them off. It cleans the crap off their shut, cleans their, you know, what they, you know, their insides out a little bit, and it definitely helps with a cleaning process. Also, when I was cleaning this turtle, it was the worst clean I've ever done. Now, I have a video up on this channel called How to Clean a Turtle. You guys can go check that video out. So if you guys want to learn how to clean a turtle and everything like that, it's a long process. It's a very grueling process as well. Could be. So I got a video up on my channel as that as well. But this clean took me like 3 hours. It was pouring rain. I don't have the usual knives that I use, and the ones they were using were dull as hell. It was dark, which never frickin' helps. And the most important thing is I didn't have a frickin' hose. Usually what you like to do after the turtle is dead, you know, usually you put the hose in its mouth and you can either blow him off his shell, which I didn't decide to do this time because I wanted to keep the chest plate on the shell, so when I get it mounted, you know, that it would look a lot cooler that way. So I didn't want to blow it off its shell, but usually you can stick the freaking hose in its mouth and it'll just clean all the crap, you know, nasty crap out. It'll blow them up a little bit and get their skin tight, so you can definitely cut it a little bit easier. Now, like I said, after I cleaned it, I definitely wanted to keep the shell, so this is a perfect time to go visit my good old taxidermist buddy. All right, it is morning time now. Crappy weather, still raining. I cut up that turtle last night, got a shell in here, put this on the floor. I also come down over here. Come on. Got a got my buck from 2 years ago. I had it hanging in a tree for the longest time, and then I decided to bury it a couple months ago. So I'm gonna take this as well. We're heading to my good old taxidermist buddy, Critter. Oh yeah, he's on the
filming you or something?
Yeah, we're filming.
Hell.
Outlaw Outdoors. All right, we here at Critter Country. We about to, ow! Man, I'm so clumsy. Oh. These things. Take him in, see what critter can do.
You want a shell,
Yeah.
and you want to keep his bottom part.
Yeah, you can glue it back on once you cut it, because I know you're going to have to cut that off.
So you want me to take this, and you want one of those.
Yeah.
No, what? Yeah.
Let me see that.
Keep it freaking hillbilly.
Yeah. That's right.
Can't believe you didn't bring me no sticker.
I know. I'll bring it to you next time.
Cause them get here with a paintbrush.
Yeah, spider on there.
Them son of the bitches. Yeah, them old little old, they call them a house spider.
Yeah.
On my phone.
Yeah.
That sounds like an R2D2 thing.
Yeah, it is.
Remember what he said when I said I didn't want to take a personal stand? Remember, he told me, he said no, he wouldn't like. He said he didn't have to kill a big one every year.
Yeah. Well, we'll put you in the good one.
That's what he said.
Cause I
Remember you were sitting here when he said it.
I plan on getting one in bow season.
You do?
I'm gonna hunt every day. Bow season.
What you got to do is check them cameras.
Snapping turtle.
It's getting belly out, bottom bubble to beat until you fly, hitting on the belly out.
Tell Jacob that story of your deer hunt this year.
I believe I'd rather for you to tell that.
No, you tell. I can't remember all of it.
Come on
It's
now.
so funny.
I believe you always know what you tell that.
We ain't even got the camera on.
I don't trust you, man.
We don't. You can see.
I don't trust you.
Just tell him the
Now, for
story.
one of those freaking Keep It Hillbilly stickers, I'd probably tell it.
I'll get it to you. You gotta give me something. You're gonna be a star. Everybody likes
I
you.
think you need to be on there, man.
I am on
You're
here.
like, you're the, when them guys call me,
Yeah.
they'll say, you know Jared?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What do you think about it? I said, I'm kind of a wild guy. He's a pretty cool guy. I said, yeah. Yeah, I said, he's down there with them big deer are.
Yeah.
What was that story you're trying to say? That one you shot in the snow or something?
Anyway, you made all kind of, I didn't know
Tell
you made
that story.
Yeah, it's off.
It's off.
You don't look off.
No, if it's on, that red light in front flashes. That ain't flashing.
You see how that lens is clear?
Yeah.
When I seen it earlier, it was solid.
What are you talking about? Damn critter never wants to be freaking funny when the camera's on. Some bitch. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Outlaw Outdoors. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment below for future Outlaw Outdoor episodes that we can do. I love reading y'all's comments. Leave me one below. Appreciate it. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. We're coming out with new videos every single Monday and Thursday on this channel. And if that ain't enough, go subscribe to my second channel, Live to Thrill, and we're putting out new videos every single freaking day. Alright, that'll sum up the very first episode here of Outlaw Outdoors. My name is Outlaw, and I'm out, y'all. 25/8, 366. No matter what you're doing, always keep it freaking hellbilly! Holler.
Born in a trailer in the middle of the woods, shooting deer and drinking beer, it's all that's understood. Dip in my lip, much I get my hand. Redneck nation on my back, we dominate and fade to black. Getting drunk up in the back of the bourbon truck, I'm skinning books.